Hey, it is March and time to plant a garden. So these next 2 months, we're gonna focus on mainly gardening, and that goes into self-reliance still. All right. So first of all, there's a couple of things you should know about, and I can put these things are all going to be in the notes down below. So the first thing is there will be a link to the Purdue University site, and this each state has like extension offices. Ours is Purdue for Indiana, and it just has a lot of gardening information, lots of really good resources for those people who would like to have more information on their area for gardening. The second thing I want to talk about is for any sort of things that you want to plant that you need to order, know your zone. So I'm going to put a link in here to the USDA site, because actually in our state there are three, like I think there's 2 or 3 zones that, so Brownsburg is different than Plainfield, is different than like something southern. But so there will be a link. We in Plainfield are in a zone 6, but actually Brownsburg is in a zone 5. Like different things grow really well in different areas. And so I'll put a link to that. All right, another thing that I'm gonna talk about is, or that you'll want to be aware of for gardening, is the Farmer's Almanac is a really good resource. I'll put a link there for it, because it's gonna give you, if you want to start from seed, or if you just want to plant in the garden, it'll have some dates for you. A roundabout date for gardening, my birthday is March 12th, and so if I wanted to start from seed, those things probably can be started around my birthday, March 12th. So March 12th, plant seed if you want to start things in your home. April 15th, if you want to start the hardy plants like peas, you can start them actually in the ground. And then everything else, your garden can be planted right around Mother's Day. And that's another date that I go by of right around Mother's Day. I want to have all of my garden planted. Now, that's good for most things. Pumpkins, because I like to have pumpkins give their pumpkin fruit around Halloween, so I don't have to go buy lots of pumpkins for all 20 of my children to plant, to like carve their pumpkins. I only have 9, but anyway, there's just a lot of pumpkins, and so I want to have my pumpkins, those fruiting, I want to have those pumpkins full grown by the time that Halloween comes around. And so you have to look at the dates on the packages and just work a little bit backwards of when do I need to plant those seeds so that they will be ready in October, and not, I mean, you can have pumpkins ready in August or earlier if you plant them early enough. And so just check those dates. And again, there's going to be a link in the Farmer's Almanac that I'll put in the notes, and you'll put in your zip code and it will give you dates that you can start those things. Okay, so if you are gonna buy plants or like trees and like blackberries and raspberries, if you can buy them at local nurseries, Lowe's, Menards, those plants are going to be fine. People usually don't sell things that don't grow in their area, so that's fine. But again, if you're ordering away, know your zone so you know. And actually, things have microclimates, and so talk to your neighbors, see what is growing and what it'll take in your area. Because like we go down to we're in zone 6 right now, but we planted a blackberry that did really well in Utah, but did not do well. It said its zone was 5 to 6, but really it was a zone 5. For our microclimate, that blackberry variety did not work. So know your zone. Also know your soil. Ours is really clay-like. So ours is a good example of us planting, and things can't take root sometimes because the clay soil is too hard for our new roots to grow into. So we actually have planted a lot of things above ground, the trees especially. And so when they start growing and develop those firmer roots, they can dig into that clay soil, and then they'll be fine and can get the water that they need. Okay. Also, I am gonna put a video if you would like to know more about our yard. I'm gonna put a video, and it has three things in it. It has an introduction to self-reliance and why we want to be self-reliant. The next things in it are, there's a walk through my food storage pantry of some of the things that we keep in there, because we still want to focus on food storage and maintaining our food storage and keeping up on that throughout this whole year. We want to do that. And then the third thing that I talk about in that video, it's about 20 minutes. It's like 19 something. But the last thing in it is what I love, and that's edible landscaping. And so I talk a lot about, I walk you through our yard and what we've done for edible landscaping, planting things that are beautiful but that are useful and that can give you fruit. So just a quick example is, if I want to actually have a fence, and I don't really want to spend the money for a fence, but I want to plant maybe some things that would grow up into a hedge. Like blackberries are perfect because they fill in really pretty with a really pretty leaf. They bloom a very beautiful purple flower, and they can grow into a hedge and fast. Like blackberries are really great for being fast in producing. And like if you're gonna plant a tree in your front yard, peach trees are really pretty in the spring with the little pink purple flowers. Apricot trees are also very beautiful with I think they're a white bloom. But there's different things you can do, and it's just using the space you have and planting what you can and beautifying your yard, but using edible landscaping. And so if you want to know more about that, that will be a link to another video. And all right, well, good luck these next couple months with self-reliance and spending some time getting your seeds in and gardening. March and April are kind of the prep time for all of those seeds and knowing what you're going to do. The next subject that we're going to talk about is water, and that will be something that we'll continue with in the May and June months. All right. Good luck with everything, and happy planting and gardening.